Hey YouTubers, heads up, big ramble coming. So yes, long ramble. If you're not into watching long videos, click off right now. You have been warned. Long ass video like the big ass cigar. I'm not sure how many people have heard this news story already. I thought I'd give my personal opinion on it like my asshole. I want to throw my hat into the corner and basically, or my hat into the ring as they say, and basically do this news story also because I'm sure it's among the talk right now. It's a popular news story right now, which basically has to do with the one chip challenge. Now, some people may have already heard this news story before. It comes from Massachusetts, basically. Actually, Worcester, Massachusetts is where this story comes from, and basically has to do with a teenager, a young person, a minor, essentially dying from the one chip challenge. Now, the one chip challenge, which I previously did on this channel twice, basically involves eating the Paqui, spelled P-A-Q-U-I, Paqui Chip, one chip challenge, comes out every year. They've done one in 2019, 2021, 2023, and basically it's a tortilla chip, a corn chip, not a porn chip, but a corn chip that's seasoned with extremely hot peppers, not peckers. So has Carolina Reaper, Moruga Scorpion, Viper pepper, ghost pepper, some sort of extremely hot pepper. So, and basically this past week, a teenager in Worcester, Massachusetts, essentially ate the extremely hot chip and ended up passing away. He went to the hospital where he was later pronounced dead, and obviously, first off, want to say, rest in peace. Obviously, no disrespect to the family, rest in peace. You will be missed. Obviously, I did not know you in real life, but obviously, hearts go out, obviously, souls go out. Very sad in general. Now I want to start off by saying this is something that's going to cause a lot of controversy. It's going to cause a lot of fucking bullshit. Because there's going to be one side of the argument that's like, yeah, this happened once. It happened once, but do we really start like banning a product or regulating a product? Because that's what they're talking about, is regulating this product or banning this product now because of this one incident where there's not really a track record. It's not like, you have like tobacco, for example, you have, 1,200 people dying every day from tobacco use, or like 800 people dying every day from alcohol use, or like, 1,000 people dying every day from automobile use. It's this one isolated case, and I'm not trying to, make, light of the case by any means, but this is going to cause a lot of bullshit, because there's going to be one side of the argument, which I'm more on, which says, okay, this was an isolated incident, very sad, very tragic, but do we now ruin everyone's experience and ban this product based on one isolated experience? And then the other side of this argument is going to be, we ban this product, it's extremely dangerous, it's highly dangerous, and we prevent more tragedies in the future. And I don't know which side to really be on. I mean, I know which side to be on, which is the side of it was an isolated incident. This does not happen on a regular basis. It's not like tobacco, cigarettes, alcohol, even, something that's less, obvious like aspirin or caffeine, or even like peanuts, like fucking peanuts, But yeah, it's a hard argument to win because this is, I think, one of the very first times somebody has actually died from capsaicin, if that's the cause, which, if you believe what the news story is portraying, which is basically the cause of this teenager's death, not going to say the name or anything like that, but the belief is that the capsaicin is what took his life. If you believe that, it's one of the very first, cases of that happening, because obviously cigarettes, countless people have died, alcohol, countless people have died, even aspirin, like Tylenol, there's been countless deaths, like a baby getting into a bottle of Tylenol and accidentally overdosing and dying. But when it comes to capsaicin, when it comes to spicy food, it's so small. The number of people who have actually died, who have actually OD'd and died on capsaicin, which is the ingredient in peppers, hot sauce, salsa, etc., the number of fatalities every year is so small. Now we're going to essentially, based on one very tragic incident, I keep emphasizing that, we're going to ban this, this chip challenge based on this one incident, or are we going to do more investigation? Because I think that's the more proper way of doing this, is more investigation, because I have a very hard time believing that capsaicin was the cause, because apparently, according to the news story, I don't want to show any links, I don't want to show any news clips, I don't want to get like a copyright strike, that kind of bullshit, but apparently I think the kid was complaining of chest pain or heart pain or throat pain, and then was taken to the hospital and then later passed away. I think that's the story, or how the story goes. And I mean, it's possible. I mean, anything's fucking possible. But the possibility, from the statistics that I've read online, and believe me, I've done a lot of research on spicy food, on this crap. I mean, I think the LD50 for peppers, hot peppers, is something like 10 pounds of ghost peppers you would have to eat in a short amount of time to get a lethal amount. If you're wondering how much that is, it's something like 1,000 ghost peppers, and ghost peppers are freaking hot. I mean, for a better word, they are fucking hot. So, I mean, the chance, it's one of those things where you're more likely to die from a secondary cause, which is very likely, because there might be a secondary cause. You might say, well, what the hell is that? What the hell is that? That could be, for example, you chugging a bottle of hot sauce and then you choking on the hot sauce. That's a secondary cause. It's not, the hot sauce is fault because it was meant to be consumed, 1 teaspoon at a time, but you chose to chug it. Or, I mean, who knows? I mean, it could be, you had a underlying health problem, like an underlying heart issue, like an underlying heart murmur that you were not even aware of. Because that's the problem with food in general, and food allergies in general, is until you try one of these risky foods, and you might say, well, what the hell are the risky foods? Peanuts, soy, dairy, gluten, shellfish, any of these foods, you don't know how your body's going to react. It's the same shit. You get stung by a bee for the first time, a big-ass bee like the big-ass cigar or a wasp, 9 out of 10 people are just going to have a small amount of swelling, and that's going to be the end of the story. And then the other group of people are going to have an anaphylactic reaction. You don't know how your body's going to react, because everybody is different. I mean, I hate to come off in a conservative opinion, but everybody is different. We're all fucking different. So some people are going to eat this chip, and like me, I ate it a month ago, and before you start, trolling me and saying, smoking Essie, you dumbass, you actually did that after the news story? No, I did that before the news story. I did it a month prior to the news story, so please don't troll me. But, yeah, I mean, when I ate the chip, there was some pain in my mouth, some spiciness. It was damn hot. I mean, for a better word, that chip was fucking hot. But I never had trouble breathing. I never had trouble, trying to get air or oxygen or circulation to my body. I never had trouble, breathing, etc., etc. It could also be somebody's really sensitive. A lot of these kids who end up having reactions to these spicy food challenges, it's their first time experimenting with spicy food. I mean, if you don't build up your tolerance and the first thing you eat is something with 2 million Scoville units, for a better word, it's going to kick your fucking ass. It's like, it is going to kick your ass to hell. You probably aren't going to die in most cases. I mean, I'm not liable if anything happens to you, but you're going to probably get sick to your stomach. You're going to probably get sick as a dog. It's like big ass dog like a big big ass cigar, I mean, you're gonna get sick. It's like, the first thing you pop into your mouth, you've never even eaten a jalapeno before, even eaten like a serrano pepper before, and the first thing you pop into your mouth is a 2 million Scoville unit Paqui Chip, you're going to get sick as a dog because your body isn't used to that. It's like what Merck says about your tolerance. I saw firsthand when my tolerance went from here to here when I stopped eating spicy food for the better part of a month. My tolerance was diminished greatly. It was fucking diminished greatly. I mean, my tolerance became jack shit nothing. It's like, so if the first thing you throw in your mouth has 1, 2, 3 million Scoville units, well, yeah, no shit. It's like, you are going to get sick. It's like, and if the first thing you throw in your mouth is a bell pepper or a, peppercini, well, you're probably going to do fine because that only has 100 Scoville units. So it's like, build your way up. It's like, don't be a fool. I'm not calling, the person a fool by any means. I'm not calling anybody a fool by any means. What I'm saying is, if, theoretically, this person had never eaten anything spicy, which I'm not sure because they didn't say that part in the news story. If hypothetically he had never eaten something spicy and the first thing he threw in his mouth was something with 2 million Scoville units, then it's kind of expected you're going to get sick. In most cases, you're not going to die, except in very rare cases. But it is, very scary. It's like, be careful because spicy food can make you sick. In most cases, it's not going to cause a fatality. Don't sue me. I'm not liable. But be careful because you can get still sick. So just a word of caution. I already rambled on for 12 minutes. That's my little ramble about that. Give me your thoughts below. Do you think capsaicin causes kids death? Do you think anything contributed to this? What's your opinion? Just curious in general. Anyway, bye-bye.